Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Lbtharealist with Surrealistic Studios once again, and I just wanted to say goodnight and also remind you to stay positive, remind you to stay idealistic and to stay diligent in this fight. We got a bunch of stuff going on in the world, senseless killings, murders, shootings all the time, all too often, closer to us than you think. We got atrocities going on around the world, the bombing of Yemen, women and girls being captured and abducted and turned into sex slaves. We got Japan voting to whether or not they're going to take care of their sex slaves or the past sex slaves. We got massacres in Colombia called false positives, in which they kill people in order to inflate the body count because they're having a war out there with the guerrillas, and craziness all across this world. You know, we got white helmets parading as heroes when they're in fact terrorists, all while the United States cuts backroom deals with Saudi Arabia and other territories and countries, arming them, which we're actually arming the so-called terrorists that we call ourselves fighting. Doing all of this big talk about humanitarian issues and human rights, and Saudi Arabia is leading the UN Human Rights Council and is actively on the women's panel. Saudi Arabia, one of the worst, if not the worst, people or country for human rights. So with all that being said, y'all, we have to remember to stay positive, because if we let the darkness consume us, then they win. And by they, I mean those that wish to destroy us, those that wish to oppress us and control us. If we succumb to darkness, they win. How we're different is because we're the positivity, we're the light. And light always overcomes darkness, right? So, like I always say, connect, network, gather, organize. And let's stick together, because united we stand, divided we fall. And that's so true. They said you could break a stick, but it ain't so easy to break a bundle of sticks. You know what I'm saying? So if we stand together, we can create serious change in this world. It'll come when we all stand and decide for the final time that we're not going to do it anymore. We're not going to participate in the games and in the charades and the buffoonery and the killings and the murders and the pure nonsense. We're not going to participate in that. And furthermore, if you participate in it, in the words of Debbie Wasserman Schultz, there will be consequences. And by consequences, I mean you're going to find your power structure no more. Because when the people revolt, when people stand up and say no, you're going to listen. Because you ain't going to have a choice. With all that being said, y'all, remember to love. Remember to peace. Remember to chicken grease. And remember, my peeps. Till next time.